The most ignorant, idiotic, narcissistic, dumb, cheating, lying, corrupt and demented president ever. America first, baby. Trump's $100,000 H-1B visa shock. What it means for tech, workers, and America's future. Trump's $100,000 H-1B visa. What it means for America's future. Breaking news from Washington, D.C. President Donald Trump has just dropped a bombshell on America's immigration system. A brand new executive order now slaps a $100,000 fee on H-1B work visas. What does this mean for foreign workers? For tech companies like Google and Microsoft? And for America's future in the global talent race? Let's break it all down. First, let's rewind. What exactly is the H-1B visa? It's a work visa designed for highly skilled foreign workers. Typically, it's valid for 3 years, renewable for another 3. Every year, the U.S. grants 65,000 H-1Bs, plus another 20,000 for advanced degree holders from U.S. universities. Demand is so high that it usually goes to a lottery system. And while many industries use it, the program has become synonymous with tech companies, think Silicon Valley giants and startups desperate for top-tier engineers. Supporters argue the H-1B helps America stay competitive and creates new jobs. Critics? They say it's abused to replace U.S. workers with cheaper foreign labor. Trump's big move. Now, here's what Trump just signed on September 19, 2025. From September 21st onward, no H-1B worker will be allowed to enter the U.S. unless the sponsoring company coughs up $100,000 per year. Officials are still ironing out details. Should companies pay $300,000 up front for a 3-year term? Or $100,000 annually? Either way, it's a massive cost. And without that payment, visa petitions will be denied. Workers already abroad could be stopped at the border. The administration calls this a way to weed out companies that aren't serious and ensure only the best of the best make it in. Why this policy? So why this sudden crackdown? Trump says it's about protecting American jobs and stopping what he calls the overuse of H-1Bs. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick explains the fee was chosen after talks with businesses. His logic? If companies truly need top talent, they'll be willing to pay the price. In short, the administration wants to make H-1Bs elite again, available only to workers so valuable that companies will spend 6 figures just to bring them in. Enter the gold card. But that's not all. Alongside the H-1B changes, Trump also unveiled a brand new immigration path called the gold card. Here's how it works. Individuals can pay $1 million to fast-track their own visa. Companies can pay $2 million to speed up the process for a foreign hire. The goal? Attract ultra-wealthy entrepreneurs, innovators, and what Lutnick calls extraordinary people at the very top. He even criticized the current green card system for bringing in, quote, the bottom quartile of workers. In other words, the gold card is America's new VIP lane. Fallout and reactions. So what happens now? The tech industry is sounding alarms. Many startups can't afford a $100,000 price tag per worker, meaning innovation could stall or companies may simply move jobs overseas. India, which supplies the largest number of H-1B workers, is already raising concerns. Diplomats warn this could trigger serious tensions. Economists worry America could lose its competitive edge, while Trump's base cheers the move as a way to put American workers first. It's a classic Trump policy, bold, controversial, and guaranteed to split public opinion right down the middle. The bigger picture. Here's the big question: is this policy even legal? Critics argue such massive fees should come from Congress, not a presidential proclamation. Expect lawsuits and court battles in the coming weeks. If it survives, though, this could fundamentally reshape America's workforce: fewer foreign workers in the U.S., more outsourcing abroad, and a brand new elite pathway for the ultra-rich. So, what do you think? Is Trump's $100,000 visa fee a smart way to protect American jobs, or a dangerous move that could weaken America's tech dominance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like, share this video, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest stories shaping our world. Some comments on social media. Check it out. As an engineer here who witnessed changes of corporate culture changes in the past 30 years, I understand Trump's point. I'm all for it. I graduated May 24 from San Jose State with a BSc and couldn't find an entry-level engineering job for 11 months. I got plenty of multiple round interviews, all to be denied at the last minute. I got lucky that my boss ignored the pressure to hire H-1Bs from HR. It's so bad here in the Bay Area. I worked for a US startup that was created by Indians. They hired mostly people from their country. I knew one day my engineering role will be cut, and it did. Glad Trump imposed this new law. Innovation? Seriously, stop this BS. If you seriously think that this will force companies to hire more local talent, you don't have the slightest idea how tech companies operate. This will just cause more jobs to be sent overseas and nothing more. I am US Navy veteran. I reside overseas. I wanted to get my wife a US tourist visa to visit my brother for his wedding. I had stacks of papers and documents for them to look at. They took our payment and barely looked at any of our documents and denied my wife. If you are a vet and can't get your wife a tourist visa to the US, what can you do? I know there are immigrant visas, but that is a long drawn-out process, and we don't want to immigrate to the US since we live overseas. I don't want to hear about these gimmick visa gold cards. If you really want high-skilled workers, why don't you train your Americans better from elementary school on? I tell you, you forgot to admit this. You should have trained your American teachers. They would need to be highly skilled before, and they are not. What are $100,000 US for a big corporation, if the training alone would cost $300,000? From all of Trump's dreams, this is the worst. Is he really that powerless to change the American education system and make it affordable? This is a good step. What good did these Indians do for India? They contributed to the US economy. They took citizenship and then settled there, never to come back. This is a good step for India. I support this step from India. Now these guys can live here and contribute to Indian economy. Next step should be to bar students. Why should Indians go to the US to study? They should live and work here. Go Trump, make India great again. We need to now partner with China. This US ship has sailed. They are as it is going down and will lose number one status in next few years. Pivot to China now and make BRICS stronger. Only a year ago, the US had the best economy in the world. Only one thing that happened since then: Trump. The US has more unemployed people than job openings for the first time since April 2021. Groceries up 23%, rents are up, utilities are up 7%. Trump added an estimated $6 billion to his bank account so far this term by grifting, selling pardons and favors. How are you doing? Education is the big political advantage for the Republican Party. It's a fact that 21% of Americans are illiterate and 54% of are at a literacy rate below a grade 6 level, which makes them easy prey for misinformation. It all makes sense now why Trump won. God help us. As Trump says, I love the uneducated. Maybe America should invest in their public educational system so big companies don't need to look outside the USA for smart employees. Who the hell wants to go to the USA? With the USA cutting down on so many university programs and their freedom, the smarter brains are escaping the USA to Europe. Trump wants factory people and farmers. But hey, those you have just deported all. Our generous leader, President Donald J. Trump, is vouching with his own name for these valuable workers that are given the honor to work in the USA. We the people thank the president for carrying this great responsibility. Trump knows how to make money. Canada will take those skilled foreign workers, thank you very much. My dad was the engineer for many of the buildings in Dubai from 1991 to 2001. No one in the US had that kind of background. My dad was hired with H-1B visa. We're all now US citizens. Until now, I don't think anyone can do my dad's job, and that's how we moved here to the US from Dubai. But the company did pay a hefty price to move our family here. Trump hates his base. This is a slap in the face to all you poor farmers and factory workers. The most ignorant, idiotic, narcissistic, dumb, cheating, lying, corrupt and demented president ever. America first, baby. Trump's golden age of tariffs has been great if you like higher prices. Inflation is now running at a higher annual rate than it was during predecessor Joe Biden's final year in office. So, how much was that again? Are they wanting people to pay for a visa to work for Domino's Pizza? Because I will do it for a paycheck. This government must remove all Venezuelans who have been asking for asylum by lying in order to benefit themselves. One of the most disgusting things I have seen. Does the Statue of Liberty say give me your rich and greedy? No. Tired and poor.